You just got a touch of the power is all you're saying. Is that what you're saying, Kelly? You just got a sense? A sixth sense.
I do. I have a sixth sense about these things. There's a coworker of Dave's. Dave works television as well, at local TV. And
he's good at it.
He's very good. He does weekend, does the meteorology, sometimes on weekends, sometimes at noon. They put you on more promos. Don't think we haven't noticed.
No, I can't.
I know you're modest. The point is, yesterday, a coworker of his named Talitha Vickers, local now. I always thought she was great. She left. It was her last day yesterday.
We did a couple of events together with her.
We did.
Delightful.
And in fact, yesterday at 6 o'clock, they did the news, and it was her last newscast. And Chris Demm said it looked like a Ken Burns documentary because when it started, it said...
it was just kind of a long shot of, like, mountains and trees, and like slow white script went across the screen. My dearest viewers.
Like Jack Handy?
Yeah, kind of like Deep Thoughts.
My dearest
viewers. I shall miss you more than you know. When the winds blow from the south, I shall hear your name singing on the leaves. My God! I mean, we've seen people leave television before. It's never like that.
I've never seen anything like that. And it was like some sort of Civil War hero going off. You know,
if we shan't meet again, your memory will keep me warm as I ascend into the company of angels.
I am and shall always be yours,
Talitha.
Your humble servant,
Talitha. But Chris Demm is right. We've done some events with them, and I've met her 4 or 5 times, and I just got the sense that she really liked me.
You're that perceptive.
I don't know what it was. I am perceptive about that. And I know she just really liked me a lot. I thought she'd probably mention me in her goodbye.
Yeah.
We've met 4 times. I just assumed she'd say, and to Chris Kelly. She was great when he came in every once in a while to do those football picks on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, that's right.
8 years ago.
The time we did the Bub Olympics.
Oh,
that's right.
Magical.
She was a judge.
She was a judge.
I like her very much.
Me too.
But she did say the one thing that is usually a big kiss-off. She said, I'm leaving to spend more time with my family, which means she may be back.
Yeah, somebody's not going to show up for a show.
That really does.
Are you busy?
That does happen. You know, when you say I'm leaving to spend more time with my family, a lot of times within 6 months, they're back doing the same job.
Yeah.
It's true. The great old now deceased announcer Keith Jackson, the college football man, retired and said, got to spend time with the family, even though his family was well grown.
Oh, yeah.
And within a year, he's back calling the Rose Bowl. He's like, my family, I just can't.
Yeah, they creep back in. I spent enough time with my family. I can't. And I'm glad to be back with you.
Talk to him. BB Shea did the research. Chris Demm asked, what is the day of the week when the most donuts are sold? This has really caught on to you. You really are into this.
Yeah.
And you did the research.
Yes.
No one asked you to.
No.
No, I was
Independent
surprised he came out.
research.
He said, I have a follow-up on your donut story.
Yeah.
And I was like, my what? See, we're not used to following through.
We don't follow up.
Know.
Yeah.
We don't follow up. Sometimes I'll even ask Biggie, what's the follow-up on that? He said, what? I'm not looking that crap up.
What'd you find out, Rolo?
Yeah. Do it yourself, Hoss.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you find out?
Saturday and Sunday, between the hours of 8 and 9, that's when the donut sales spike the most.
He was right.
Makes
And
sense.
people of Wyoming eat the most donuts out of anyone else in the country.
Wyoming.
Wyoming, yes.
Per capita.
Per capita.
My goodness. That's a real surprise to me.
I love a donut.
Oh, yeah, donuts are good. I mean, let's face it.
They're good. They're quick. They're delicious.
They are. But, the problem with me and donuts,
You can't stop.
I can't stop. If you get a dozen hot Krispy Kremes in here, I'll eat 4 of them without even blinking,
But you're like that with everything, Kelly. You're like that with a brownie,
That's true.
a cookie.
I make brownies twice a week.
Jesus.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Betty Crocker doesn't make that many.
Duncan Hines doesn't make that much.
I'd say 2 to 3 times a week I'm making a pan of brownies. And
So a pan is, how do you cut them up? Standard size?
Yeah, standard size.
Was it like an inch?
Well, let me tell you exactly.
Inch and a half?
Oh, God, no. Let me tell you exactly what we do. And this is very normal. BB Shield, do a follow-up on
I got
this.
you.
Do a follow-up on this. My wife buys brownies at Costco. They're you get 6 bags in a box.
Great.
And so we make 3 a week, and then she goes every week and buys new ones. And sometimes I get a hankering for them. And what generally happens is I put the pan out to cool on the oven, and I just take the spatula and just dig out, a quarter of it.
Yeah.
And just start eating on it like a log. And it's so good. And then the kids come through and they say, oh, brownies. And they do the same thing. So really, out of the whole pan, there's probably 5 brownies.
You don't eat it like brownie. You eat it like a slice of cake.
Yes, and I make them real gooey. I cook them less than they say to.
You don't get tired of it twice a week?
I never get tired of brownies.
Is there ever a day when there's not? Are they gone the day they're baked?
Yes, they're gone the day they're
so
baked.
there are days without brownies in the home.
Yeah, they're gone the day they're baked.
The dark days. That's when Daddy makes salmon.
Dearest Betty Crocker.
It's been a long, hard
I fear
winter.
I shall not see you tomorrow. For my family has found my stash.
That's the
Wait till weed becomes legal.
Oh my
God, the
God.
weed brownies.
To bake those in, good Lord. I don't know how to do that though. One time on this
They'll
show,
do it for you. There'll be a mix.
but 15 years ago, I said I couldn't even begin to make a weed brownie, and I bet I got more emails on that than anything I've ever said on our air.
Wasn't the key the butter?
Yes.
It's all butter.
Can of butter. It's easy.
That's what everybody said.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
You got to infuse somehow.
The butter and you got to boil it down, then
You
throw
get
it
to-
in the mix.
You got to
yeah.
smoke it up.
Have you made weed brownies?
No.
A good young Baptist boy
No.
like B.B. Shea.
With that perfectly round head lie to you?
Look at that.
Absolutely not. Can't imagine it. So if you dislike Rolos, I bet you really like weed brownies.
I plead the fifth.
I bet those are pretty good. A little sports dirt here. Chris Demm noticed this. The NBA playoffs are going on. Mavericks versus Suns. And Kevin Harlan, that's one of your favorite announcers.
Love
now.
Harlan. I
Great
think he's
announcer.
very underrated.
The other night, I do too. I think he's fantastic. The other night, he's calling the game between the Mavericks and Suns. The Suns won it, and it was over. And he was basically wrapping it up and saying, now the series shifts back to Phoenix. And as he's doing that, the camera is panning the front row where the players are. And there's OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., who plays for the Rams, and the football player. Well, he's on the front row. He just got great seats to the game. So Harlan, they're saying he really raked him across the coals. He really dragged OBJ for no reason.
Now this series will shift to Dallas. Odell Beckham Jr. got good seats tonight.
Yeah, but you got to say Super Bowl champion Odell Beckham. Come on, man. Give him the man his correct title.
He blew an E in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
he crossing pattern.
He was magnificent up until that point.
On the crossing pattern.
Oh, he blew his knee out. I'm not giving him anything.
It hurt all the time.
It's like in the middle of the second quarter on that crossing pattern. You remember, and then the Bengals came
He
back.
watched in street clothes as the confetti came falling down.
The other guy, the other guy is the great player for Indiana.
Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller. He's like,
Oh, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, give him his due, man.
Call him the Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl champ.
Now this series will shift to Dallas. Odell Beckham Jr. got good seats tonight.
Yeah, but you got to say Super Bowl champion Odell Beckham. Come on, man. Give him the man his correct title.
He blew an E in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
he crossing pattern.
Really detailed.
Harlan knows because he probably did the radio
I'm
call
sure he did.
for Westwood One.
He's really detailed on that, too.
He watched it.
On a crossing pattern there about the 34-yard line in the second quarter of that game.
Yeah.
But Reggie Miller's right. He was playing great before
The
that.
Bengals were in a 3-deep zone.
What? I remember Boomer sized and said something stupid to me.
Yeah, he knew all
They
of
had
that
Max
stuff.
Protect on the quarterback on the Rams.
And there you go.
Football.
Love Harlan.
Yeah, during the NBA playoffs. I
Did you watch Schedule Day? I saw.
I didn't see it.
Yesterday
I did
I
not.
had ESPN during the day, and
Yes.
the NFL Network was running promos.
Countdown.
On ESPN. Schedule night. We're going to go give the schedule.
I'll tell you. I told you I was up late watching that baseball game.
Yeah.
If I was very late last night. If I had remembered that it was scheduled day, I would have put it on there.
I don't think it's until next week.
I thought it was last night.
I thought the schedule release was next week.
Maybe you're right. I thought that the promo said last.
Oh,
that it
I
was
think
last.
I think it was last night.
Okay.
I'm not
Could be
positive
wrong.
on that.
Could be
I'm not-
wrong.
But I don't see it like front and center.
No, it should be
on ESPN.
Maybe it is next week. Is BB Shea right about something? Damn it! Is it possible?
Let me follow up on that. Hold on.
Please, yeah,
Give us a
do
follow.
There's one more piece of sports dirt here. You probably know the Seattle Sounders just took the CONCACAF Cup.
Suck it, Mexico.
In English this time.
That is English.
They played for the CONCACAF Cup over in Seattle two
that where they keep
two
it?
nights ago. Yeah, with his keys, he found the CONCACAF Cup,
For the Kraken.
and the Seattle Sounders won it. I guess Mexico is in it. Is that who they were playing?
I think they defeated Mexico.
They beat Mexico.
And I think they've had a pretty good record of success against the Mexican club.
Yeah.
Only what I've read this week.
Well, apparently it's a big hurdle. Obviously, win the whole thing, the CONCACAF. So they talked with the Seattle Sounders manager moments after the game live.
MLS team to ever do it. How does this one feel?
This feels f***ing awesome.
We're live. We are live.
Don't care.
See the cameras and the microphones, Bob?
MLS team to ever do it. How does this one feel?
This feels f***ing awesome. I mean,
we won. What can I say?